Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, we continue to hover around the 35k level. Not much happened. It was a pretty quiet day today after an attempted breakout yesterday, which didn't work out. Well, maybe we're still in the breakout, but it's not very evident at this stage. We want to talk about that on the smaller time frame. I want to take a quick look at the daily time frame with you, and then we also want to take a look at total market cap, which I find quite interesting at the moment. And yeah, let's take a look at the daily. For anybody who's new, quick overview for Bitcoin. Idea is still that off the November low, we moved up in a 5-wave move into the April high. So we had a 5-wave move up, then a 3-wave move, basically sideways, a sideways correction. So basically a flat structure. We would count that here on this chart as a so-called running flat, in which we had an A wave down, an overshooting B wave, and the C wave down. C wave did not go below A. I think on some exchanges it did. It doesn't change it at all. It just changes if you call it a running flat or an expanded flat. It doesn't make any difference. Definitely a sideways correction, which is pretty rare in a wave 2, but happens, especially when it's very bullish. So when you get an overshooting B wave, it can be quite bullish. So there is also the possibility, by the way, and that's how we had it very much in the beginning, to call this a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 setup. Some of you might remember that. This was actually never invalidated. This was actually never invalidated. Again, I think on some exchanges it was, but overall, I mean, this 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 setup, it's not anything I find very likely anymore because of the deep retracement here in September. Hey, this scenario that we were following throughout the year was never invalidated. But I find it this way better. It looks better. And now we want to talk about the upside. So it still seems like we are in this 5-wave move. Basically, after this 1-2 setup was completed, the 3rd wave to the upside started. And in this 3rd wave, we have 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first wave of the 3rd is still expected to reach the area between $38,270 and $43,000. So that should still be reached. That would be ideal. If it goes any higher than that, we need to prepare for different scenarios. It could then, for example, be, and that is just because of the proportions, that this is a larger ABC structure, which will come down again. But let's take it level by level. Let's see if we can get into this target area next. It might be that we get a deeper pullback before we move in this wave 4. Okay, this wave 4. Before we dive deeper into the analysis, let us put the spotlight on our sponsor ChartPrime. ChartPrime is a service that offers a selection of specialized TradingView indicators designed to support you on your trading journey. The first one is the Market Oracle Pro. This tool, designed for precision, provides enhanced entry and exit signals along with 3 metrics aimed at deciphering market trends and optimizing your settings. Next, we have the Market Dynamics Pro. This unique tool merges ChartPrime's smart money concepts into a dynamic order block algorithm and is striving to provide a more accurate representation of volume. Lastly, the Prime Oscillators Pro. This trend-based oscillator offers a variety of market insights, including entry and exit points, overbought and oversold conditions, and potential reversal areas. That's a brief overview of what's new from ChartPrime. Stay tuned for more updates, and if you'd like to sign up with them, just follow the link in the description that offers you a discount. Thanks for watching. So, and now let's take a look at total market cap. So, hopefully everybody has understood that we are bullish on Bitcoin. Bullish as long as support levels are holding, of course. There are critical support levels that we define along the way. They need to hold. They are the parameters that we are watching, okay? They are the parameters, and our scenario is only really running as long as certain parameters are fulfilled. We know that if certain levels break, we have to consider a different roadmap for this chart. It's very important. So let's take a look at total market cap, which is still in this sort of breakout mode here. I mean, this essentially, for anybody who's new, it's essentially all the money that is in crypto, right? And we are sort of hitting the ceiling here. And you know, we were working our way through this resistance area already, got halfway through. However, we're rejected again, but this is going to be interesting. And if that breaks, I think that is a sentiment shift, getting above 1.347 trillion USD. So yeah, that's just something to know. And also total 3, which is basically the altcoins. Let's go to total 3. So yeah, it excludes Bitcoin, Ethereum. This is not really breaking out, but it's holding above support. Here I cannot rule out that we go down once more to form 5 waves down, okay? So it's quite important to understand. But at the moment, it shows that money is coming into altcoins, but we haven't even broken above any significant range. That's important to understand. So total market cap, as this is going up, it seems to be more driven by Bitcoin, but we'll see. It's certainly at a breakout point. Here you might even say, okay, you know, maybe we have a bit of a trend line there, but you know, it's not a tradable asset as such. It could also form a triangle here. Just be aware of that. Wave 4 triangle. Okay, so let's take a look at shorter time frame wave counts here for Bitcoin. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. And yeah, this is frustrating price action up here, but we've never broken the ascending trend line. We are still in the uptrend. I will really only focus on something bearish below 29,830. And until then, the focus is on upside, okay? What happens here exactly, that can change by the hour, okay? We are dealing here with the wave 4, wave 5 transition. It is tricky. So let's zoom in. Wave 4s are typically the waves where you should rather focus on capital preservation, yeah, because they are always frustrating. So yeah, looking at this, I mean, we talked about a wave 3 peaked here end of October, then WXY structure. To be honest, I don't actually know why I put it as a WXY. It's actually an ABC. It could be an ABC. That's, at least it is the more common pattern. So as a flat structure. So let's put ABC here. Doesn't make a difference though. It could morph into a WXY, absolutely. It just means it's just, you know, it just depends on how this move to the downside is unfolding, but it doesn't really make a great difference. Okay, so now we basically came down in this A wave of wave 4. So basically that means one more extension higher is anticipated, as I showed you on the daily chart, okay? So basically we could be in this 4th wave. One more high in wave 5 is anticipated, okay? After the wave 4 completes. So the problem is now we formed here basically a so-called running flat, as it seems, or an expanded flat. So in the running flat, we would move below the low of the A wave. So below 33,070. Then we have next support at 32,480. And that's also here around $32,500. It's the 1.618 extension level of wave A, a very common target. In most cases, they don't extend lower than that, okay? Very important to understand. We might not get into this lower support area. And in the situation where we have a running flat, it might be that one more low is enough and we just hit 33,840, the 1-to-1 ratio, 100% extension, and turn around there. So, you know, if we look at the micro, we only have 3 waves down. If this is an ABC structure, I'm labeling it like that now. If this is an ABC structure, then this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe one more low in wave C. And that could be it. And that could touch here 33,840. Okay, and then we could go. So in a running flat where you have an overshooting B wave, we don't need to go below the low of the A wave in the C wave. It's just, you know, I mean, we do a lot here for education as well and to give people an idea, but don't use the microstructures as predictive, really. They give you still a roadmap, but it is so much more important to just basically focus on support. I mean, this was the previous support area I gave you earlier today. That was never broken. We never had a sustained break. And actually, the more imminent direct upside was never invalidated. Okay, so that's still possible to basically go directly from here. But, I mean, anything is possible in the markets. Is it probable? Well, we broke the level, right? I mean, it was never a sustained break. It never invalidated the 1-2 setup from here that we discussed in the previous video, which would allow for direct upside. but it just came down a little too low, and it doesn't show any strong signs of recovery. So yeah, I mean, if you ask me, I'm leaning towards another low here, and then maybe turning around. So still upside expected. Yeah, okay, could be from here, could be from there, could be from a little lower. I can just highlight the area, the opportunity area, the area of probability where we should be turning around. And yeah, this should be this area here, starting from basically where we hit the low today, but possibly all the way down to 32,500. And then we will watch if we see any reversal patterns from there. That's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the video description. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 and also about regular stocks updates, then check out our Stocks and S&P 500 service. You can also find a link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.